Hi guys, I hope you're having a good day. This is Teddy. Welcome to another episode of State of Survival, and for this video we are going to talk about Reservoir League. So I actually made a few Reservoir League update prior to this video, but I'm still getting a lot of information, or rather questions, about the Reservoir League, and for this video I am going to try to answer some of these questions. But before we continue, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. So going back, you can see this is a new phase of the Reservoir League, and under that you will be able to see daily missions where you can do like make hallucinations and for you to be able to get more coins for the Reservoir League. Also, there is another event following that. It is a weekly mission, and it is only 2 days left because that is before the start of the qualifier. Next is, this is the hardest part where there are a lot of questions and I don't have a lot of time to answer each of you, so I just made a video, and I hope that this video is going to help you understand on how the Reservoir League works. So you are seeing now I'm using my website because I prefer to use my website instead of the game, because so that I can easily explain it to you guys. So here for under Reservoir League, the important things to remember is the first one is you can register for Reservoir Raid and Reservoir League at the same time, but you won't be able to join Reservoir Raid if you're qualified for Reservoir League. As you can see in the event note that only S rating alliances can qualify to the Reservoir League, but then there are a lot of people that can actually register even if they are not graded S, but that doesn't mean that you are qualified. And also, just a reminder guys, that even if you are rated S in rating, that makes you qualified, but that doesn't guarantee you that you are going to be in top 256. How is that 256 alliances will be counted, or is it per zone, or is it per entire zone? Later I will explain it later on. Next one is you can only play normal Reservoir Raid once you get knocked out of Reservoir League for 3 times. So it means if you're qualified for the Reservoir League, it means that for the entire time, unless you got knocked out or got losses 3 times, then you won't be able to play Reservoir Raid. Third is you cannot leave your alliance while the event is ongoing or until you get knocked out of the raids if you are registered. You can change participants, however, and reservists once the qualifier is finished and before the recovery stage ends or before the playoffs. The ratings of the Reservoir Raid include C, B, A, and S. And S is the rating, is the requirement for you to be qualified and to play Reservoir League. Next is we go to the league zones. So you have your battle time. Each round of battle time will take place on Sunday. So alliances need to select. So for today, since today is the registration for the qualifier, your leaders, your R4, your R5 needs to select 3 different hours, and then they need to select 30 participants and 15 reservists for the qualifier. And then battle time priorities cannot be changed during qualifier, so you cannot change that. Once you collect that registration time, you cannot change those guys. Participants, so let's talk about this. This is also another confusing thing that a lot of players are confused. So alliance leaders and R4 members can select up to 30 participants and 15 reservists. So the total battle power of 30 participants and 15 reservists will decide the total match scores of your alliance, guys. So this is not a battle power of the entire alliance, but rather the battle power of your 30 participants plus 15 reservists will determine your rank and your position in the top 256. Don't forget about that. It's not about raid score, but rather the battle power of 30 participants and 15 reservists in total. Members who joined after registration cannot be selected as participants or reservists, but can be selected after the qualifier. It means that once you set your registration now and there's someone who is going to join your alliance, that person won't be able to be chosen as participant or reservist for this qualifier. But after qualifier, like, you can choose them. If you wanted to change your players, you can actually change them. The qualification: after the registration, top 256 alliances with the most power among the registered alliances will be qualified to join Reservoir League. Unqualified alliances can still join Reservoir Raid. This is the one question that I keep repeating the answers every time. So let's talk about the league zone, guys. All the states will be divided into different battle zones based on the age of your state and the amount of the alliances. It will be adjusted based on the number of states and alliances in each season. So this is the season 1 of the Reservoir League, and then later on, after the second season, they will adjust it again. So for this season, this is season 1 because we finished with beta 1. So this one is considered season 1. So for this one, state 1 to state 39 is Doomsday. State 40 to state 75 is Dawn of Hope. State 76 to state 111 will be Origin of Evil. State 112 to 160 will be Infected Nation. And state 161 to 501 will be Jungle Law. So you are seeing here the sheet that Request made for collab, and you can see that. And in case you haven't filled up all these zones that you have yet, you are free to fill in I think Request posted it on the collab website for the Google Sheet of this file. So let's go back to that. I just wanted to explain to you. So for example, top 256 will be selected per battle zone or league zone, guys. This is not a total of 256 for the total of 5 battle zones. So what they are saying is from state 139, there will be 256 alliances. Dawn of Hope will also have 256 alliances, and so on and so forth. Same with Origin of Evil, Infected Nation, and then Jungle Law. Also remember, guys, that the qualifier registration is not automatic. So if you are seeing your Reservoir League now, it is a must for you to register your people or your players. You need to register them manually. Last but not the least is this is one of the most important part that everyone is being confused of. Each battle zone or each league zone will have one final champion. So state 1 to state 39 or the Doomsday Land will have one champion. Dawn of Hope will also have one champion. The same with Origin of Evil, Infected Nation, as well as the Jungle Law. Next, let's go to how is this going to work. So for example, we are going to talk about Doomsday Land. So that is the first battle zone. The top 256 will be divided into 32 battle zone and complete in 3 rounds of group match and 2 rounds of knockout. Only the champions of each battle zone will be qualified for playoffs. So for example, for state 1 to state 39 Doomsday Land, you will have 32 battle zones, and then only one will be the winner there. And the champions for those matches will be qualified for the playoffs. And then after the qualifier, you can actually change your participants and reservists. That is a time that you can change participants and reservists, as well as apply for another timer or schedule of the fights. But the schedule of the fights are all the same. It only falls at 3, 9 UTC, 13, 15, and 19. So those are only the choices. Next is the 8 alliances in each battle zone will be divided into 2 groups, and each group will have 4 alliances, and then alliances in a group will compete with each other. Victory will get 3 points. Defeat will not get any points or lose points. After 3 groups of group match, top 2 alliances with the highest points of each group will be qualified for knockout, and then unqualified alliances will be knocked out directly. It means that those alliances who got knocked out can go back to the regular Reservoir Raid. In some instances, if the alliance in each group have the same points, then the top 3 alliances with the highest purified water difference will be qualified. If the purified water difference is the same, then the top 3 alliances winning the highest total purified water from all battles will be qualified. And then that goes your second part is the recovery stage. This is where you can actually change your battle time selection for your playoff, as well as you can change your participants as well as your reservist. And then the last but not the least will be your stage 2, that will be your playoffs. So the playoff will have 3 rounds of group match and then 4 rounds of knockout, and this will last for 7 weeks. And only the champion of each battle zone can join playoff. In total, 32 alliances. So we need to go back to that 32 battle zones, and then you will need, each battle zone will have 32 one. So the 32 champion alliances from each battle zone will compete in 3 rounds of group matches and 4 rounds of knockout. The top 2 alliances of group matches will be qualified for the knockout. And then the remaining 16 alliances will complete a knockout. And then the last but not the least will be the knockout, or the final of the finals. So this is also in the same battle zone or the league zone, guys. We are still talking about Doomsday Land. So whatever alliances are included in Doomsday Land, only one of those will be the final champion of the Reservoir League. So knockout will have 8 final, quarterfinal, semi-final, and final. And then each final will only have 1 battle winner of each final will be qualified for the next final. And then the winner of the last final will be the champion of the Reservoir League. So that's it. I hope that this video is going to clarify some of your confusement on how Reservoir League plays. But before I continue, I just wanted to also make some clarifications on how Reservoir League is going to work. So always remember, guys, that the Reservoir League is just a mirror, literally a mirror of a Reservoir Raid on how you play Reservoir Raid, but on a large setting. So it means that if you attack a settlement in Reservoir Raid, of course you are going to lose your troops, and your troops will be considered lost on that event. But once the event is finished after 1 hour, all the troops are going to go back to your base, or it will be auto-healed. So all the losses of the troops, all the wounded will stay in Reservoir League event. But once the event is finished, for example, for the Sunday, you will have a play at 19 UTC. So 19 to 20 UTC, you are playing Reservoir Raid or Reservoir League. All the losses that you're going to get, all the wounded that you are going to get, are going to stay on that event itself. And once the event is done, then all the wounded and all the losses that you have will be replenished and will just go back to your original battle power. And I hope that is already clear for all of you guys, because this is one of the most questions that I am getting from you. And okay, I think I've got everything covered, and in case you have other questions, please don't forget to send me a message on my Discord, because I am always on Discord. I rarely use my Facebook, or you can leave some comment on the comment section below. That's it for today, guys. See you in my next videos. Bye.